20 plus years. I'm a community activist. That means I want to help the community. I want to be a part of community, and that wherever you need, I'm always available. I'm doing Hum Hindustani. That's because I love that. It connects me with people. I love doing it. We are the only Hindi newspaper, Hum Hindustani, in North America. We could कि कोई पत्ता भी नहीं हिलता उसकी मर्जी के बगैर, और मैंने वो फील किया. I felt that. So second time, uncontested, it never happened in 47 years of India session of Long Island. And now coming to your next question about manifestation. Every day I feel that. Every day that God is there. And even last night we were some friends and we were talking.
Consistency is the thing that keeps you going, keeps you positive. And you said shukrana, which is gratitude, which is also a really big part of manifestation also.
As you are saying that you are into something which will surprise us, trust me, I won't be surprised, because I know you can do wonders. You need power to take care of your responsibility, and you have to be responsible to be in power.
Hi, I'm Kaavya Ramani, a Bollywood actress, best-selling author, and a success mentor based in New York. Manifest WishCraft Conversations is a podcast series on manifestation where I explore the true meaning of success through conversations with inspiring people from around the world. This podcast is also available on Spotify. If this resonates with you, please subscribe, like, and share this episode with 3 more people. It might change their life and yours too. To learn more and be a part of this growing global movement, please search Manifest with Kaavya Ramani. This is my website. Enjoy the episode.
One. Hello and welcome to Manifest WishCraft Conversations. Today we are honored to welcome Mr. Jasbir Jay Singh. I call him Jasbir Uncle. He is the Chief Editor and CEO of Media Resources INC, publisher of Hum Hindustani Hindi News Weekly, and President of the India Association of Long Island, with a diverse professional journey spanning in business, finance, entrepreneurship, and media. He has consistently demonstrated strong leadership, vision, and the ability to build meaningful connections. Beyond his professional success, he is deeply connected to community service and cultural empowerment, playing a significant role in strengthening the India diaspora in New York. A humble, respectful, and spiritually grounded leader, Mr. Jasbir Jay Singh represents the powerful blend of success, service, and values driven leadership. Thank you so much for being here. How are you doing today?
Kavya, I'm really honored with the words you expressed about me. I don't know if I deserve that or not, but so kind of you, and thank you very much for that.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
feeling good, and I'm honored to be right in front of you.
And thank you so much for being here despite your hectic schedule. It means a lot to me.
I'm always
Always.
there for the community, for the people, and especially for you and your family.
Thank you so much. That means a lot. You are a really humble person. Even when I'm with you and when I look at you, it's the vibes that I feel from inside are really pure. And thank you so much. Today the podcast is going to be really special because I'm talking to someone who I've connected spiritually deeply and intellectually also. So let's just get started because there's a lot we want to talk about today. And
I- I'm ready.
so before anything else, let's start with your journey, your success journey, the way you started. How did everything, like from the start, how did it start?
See, I was born in Ludhiana, India, and to my parents, Sardar Harjeet Singh, and my mother, Santokh Kaur. And I was raised over there with my 2 brothers. At the age of 23, I came to United States. I was married at that time, but I had an opportunity, so I came to United States. And then the struggle started, the fun started, and my actual life started. My wife joined me 2 years after that, and then we had a family of 3 boys. Now I have 2 daughter-in-laws and 2 grandchildren too. and we are a happy family. I,
Yeah.
I love to be with people, to help people, to help the community. When I came to this country, my first job was at a store which I still remember, Sona Appliances in Jackson Heights. The people from New York, they would know that, a very famous store. And that's where my humble journey started. And after that, I had ups and downs. I sold books on the streets. I I started so many businesses, and which some were successful, some were not. But they gave me some kind of satisfaction that I'm doing something right. And I think from last 20 plus years, I'm a community activist. I won't say a community leader, but I'm a community activist means I want to help the community. I want to be a part of community, and I want myself to put right in front of people that whenever, wherever you need, I'm always available.
Wow. And that itself means a lot, that whenever and wherever you need, uncle, he would be there. That's the main, the main principle for manifesting in life is also that you need to spread, you need to give to humanity, and that's what you're doing.
Absolutely. I
Right.
try to do that, and God Almighty, Guruji, Babaji, Mata Rani, they all are with me. And I think I'm on the right path, but I have to go far. I have to work hard so I can be helpful to each and every person whosoever comes in my life, whosoever comes in my connection.
Yes, yes. And I'd love to, be a part of your helping journey. And right now in this podcast, we are helping people by, spreading more and more of knowledge, right? And so I want to ask you this, that you said you've done many businesses and community activities you've done, you've given to people. So your journey is kind of like a really pure and big success journey. So there must have been some morals or some principles that you've learn from this journey. What would be like a main teaching that you found from this journey?
See, you work hard and you work smart, so it will take you somewhere towards up towards the hill. Means
Huh.
that I was selling books on the streets, and then as I'm an entrepreneur, I like worked for someone, and they gave me a table, they gave me a couple boxes, they said you have to sell them by this evening. And yes, I had my son at home, my wife at home, and I had to get my bread and butter for them, and I had to take care of them. So I said, okay, fine, I'll do that. And I was waiting for my boss that I sold everything in 1.5 hour, the lunchtime in New York City. So my boss, he was very much impressed, and he said, you know what? In few days, I used to do that, and then he used to bring his truck and stand right next to me, and I was his top salesman. He said, "You know how the driving?" I said, "I was a cab driver before I joined you. I also did the courier service before I joined you." So he said, "I'll give you one truck. You put the guys in the lunchtime because you don't need much time to sell. In the lunchtime, you put your table, and in the morning and evening, you put the guys and pick up the guys." So I had my own crew. And within 6 months, the guy said, "You know what? You don't need me. You let me uh, promote myself. I'll be the wholesaler. You do the vending." So I had 4 trucks going in Midtown, in Queens, in downtown, and in downtown Brooklyn. So that's how my hard work and his kindness, it worked, and I became a businessman first time in this country. I had People used to come from Bangladesh, people used to come from India, people used to come from Pakistan, and even people from Turkey. Like, they knew back home that when they land in America, there is someone who can just take care of them. So they just landed in the night, and next morning they used to come to me that they need a job, or someone would bring them that they,
Hi.
and I would put them to work. And that, like, just making 30, $40, $50 a day, those days back in late 80s, was a lot of money. So that gave me satisfaction that I can take care of the people, the means the God gave me, and the opportunity the God gave me. So I never said no to anyone. I just go and get the table ready, and put a couple boxes, and the guys on the street selling. Because those days we don't like didn't require any license to sell. The only license was to distribute, and I had that distribution license. And after that, like, the business went slow. The administration changed. They made some laws, and I I think I joined the insurance company because I bought an insurance, and the guy, somebody, the underwriter called me uh, for due diligence, and I said, like, how much money your people make, my agent makes. He said, whatever you are going to pay, they get a whole chunk of it. I said, can you hire me? She said, I was going to ask you, can you work for us? So I started working for insurance company. I did my leaders conference in the first two in MetLife with my boss Johnny Rahman in 2 months, and then somebody picked me up from there. I went to sell insurance to a very rich man, and he picked me and he said, "Why don't you come and work with me? Insurance is something else. We'll talk later." I started working with him, and then I got opportunity to do the cell phone business. The first store, me and my brother started. My brother Dadu, he started, and we were struggling for 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, and then had an opportunity to work in a mall. We got a small booth in a mall. So my focus was the store which we opened first. And one Saturday, I asked my son, 14 years old, and I was helping someone to buy his first house. No commission, no nothing. I wasn't an agent. So I went and to help that guy. And when I came back, the security guy said, in the mall, Source Mall, it's in Long Island. He said, Mr. Singh, if you want to work in this mall, you have to put some adult and you have to put more people. I said, what happened? He said, come with me. I went to my spot, a small wall unit store. I'm not exaggerating. There were at least 15, 20 people in a line to buy the merchandise, buy the phones. My son, 14 years old, was handling them. And from that time, we had no looking back. We opened up around 100 locations in different malls. And at one time, we had around 43 locations. But that was a turning point for me. And then so many businesses we bought, we sold, and now we are an online business. I'm doing Hum Hindustani. That's because I love that. It connects me with people, and also with the communities and other cultural organizations. So I don't make money out of that, but I love doing it. We are the only Hindi newspaper, Hum Hindustani, in North America. We could say that earlier because there were only four newspapers, Hindi newspapers coming from Nepal. But now a lot of other countries they have Hindi publications. But when we started in 2011, we were the only Hindi newspaper. And I can say proudly that me and Bhavna Sharma, my partner, we started that, and we love doing it.
Honestly, I am speechless right now because the way you've explained your journey, the start of you helping people has always been a part of your journey, because you said that you helped people who landed in America. The next day you gave them jobs, and then in the mall you helped someone else get their house. purity that you had in your heart for people, to help them to grow, is something that is, the thing that the universe, the ultimate power, the god, is looking for. And then they help you become yourself successful. You said, of course, there's hard work, there's all these other struggles that you have to do, but there's some kind of support from the power that helps you grow and grow more. And do you think, like, in your journey that you talked about, do you think there was anywhere the help of god, universe, whatever you believe in, or do you think they helped you to, there's a magic behind your journey?
In Hindi, because I can express more.
Sure,
They
sure,
say,
हाँ.
they say कि कोई पत्ता भी नहीं हिलता उसकी मर्जी के बगैर, और मैंने वो फील किया. I felt that. He is always very kind to me, as you mentioned that I'm the president of India Session of Long Island. We call it IALI. I became 2 times president, last term and this current term. I had no opponent. It's not that the people are scared that I would uh, win and then nobody wants to lose. No, it was other people's love that they don't want to contest with me, because I think people love me more than I love them, because I try, but I see other people's loving me. So, second time, uncontested, it never happened in 47 years of India Session of Long Island. So, it's just because of Guruji, it's just because of Babaji, because of Mata Rani, and they are always with me, and I'm always indebted. I'm always thankful. I'm always grateful to them.
I've always heard this thing, and when people want to laugh, they say that, how do you make god laugh? And the answer is, if you plan, the god laughs, because it's already planned. What you're doing is again replanning it. It is not the point. So the same thing you said, right? Patta bhi unki marzi ke bina nahi hilta hai. I love it, because actually I felt this in my life too. The power that is, planning everything for you, it comes whenever the plan comes true. Then you realize that, oh, the thing that happened before, the hardship or the struggle that I had before, was necessary for me to go through in order to have this in my life now. And जो आपने बताया कि you won the election twice without having an opponent in front of you in ILI being the president. So now that we have come to the part of being the president, there are obviously many responsibilities and decision makings in the part of the process in being the president. Would you like to tell us some kind of mindset, or the courage that you have to make decisions, because it's really hard to make decisions nowadays, especially for the youth, right? They are very confused. So what kind of mindset do you have for making decisions?
Yeah. Can I give a compliment before I say anything?
Sure.
I saw your podcasts, few of them. I was stunned. And uh, like when today we were going to do this, I was thinking, don't mind. I said, छोटी सी फुलझड़ी है ये, मेरे को क्या करेगी, ग्रिल करेगी, कैसे करेगी? I mean, the way, the knowledge you have, the way you ask questions, और कहाँ से आपके question आते हैं इस छोटी सी उम्र में. I mean, God bless you. I think हमारा एज डिफरेंस 50 साल का होगा. ठीक है. तो what you achieved, ये बाकी लोगों की ड्रीम है. So God bless you.
Thank you so much.
I met your parents, and उनकी upbringing के लिए मैं उनको मुबारक देता हूँ कि they have such a nice बच्चा, and God bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
और
This means a lot to me coming from you.
no, really, it's coming from here. And secondly, you asked about my plans with the youth. In our organizations, mostly because when the organization was started by most of the doctors, few engineers, very learned people. I call them the foundation. My past presidents, my former presidents, they are the foundation of IALI, because IALI is the biggest organization with 3,000 members, paid members. It's not like you just make the members and they are your members, they are the paid members. And people put their money, their heart, their soul in organization. And the foundation, the past presidents, the people who have been working from last 47 years, still people exist. And try to follow them because what they have done for this organization, I want to do the similar. And if they guide me, I want to do better than that. Why? Because now we have AI, we have technology, and we are, because that generation, they were settling in United States, but now we have our children like you, those who are there, they don't have to worry about anything. It's like, when I say anything, means the means of livelihood. So they are with us. So our organization are mostly matured people. We started working with the youth. We started our forums, and our plans are to include and bring the new generation, the youth. So we are working on the activities. We just took a charge. Our oath ceremony was 15 days ago. So this year, especially, that's what I spoke while taking the oath, that I want to include the youth, which is going to take us to the next level.
Definitely, and this is something that is important because not because I'm a youth. It's just because I see the world from a neutral perspective. I see that the youth is the a part of the group which is going to lead the next generation, the future. And so being aware for them is really important, and being grounded to their culture is really important. And so now that we're talking about culture a little, I want to go to the question where I ask you that how did you lead, what was your inspiration to start Hum Hindustani, the diaspora of Indian culture? Because yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was in a business, me and my partner,
Mm-hmm.
Bhavna, we were in business of doing credit repairs. So uh, we were running ads in all different newspapers, the ethnic newspapers, some local also, but wherever we could afford, and wherever we could get more customers. So I called my uncle. He was my professor in Ludhiana, uh, Inderjeet Singh Saluja. He has his own newspaper, the Indian Panorama. So we went to pay him. We were struggling. So whenever we had chance, we owed him, say, 3 months. We would go over there and pay him, like, because the last 2 months, it's not like nowadays that it's recurring, it goes from your credit card, it goes from the bank. But those days was traditional. Either you mail the check or you go and pay, give the check. So I wanted the opportunity, as I love talking to people, and I like Professor Saluja. So we used to go to his place and talk to him, and he said, I had just a thought came to my mind that why not Hindi newspaper? He said, because nobody have courage to do it. People started so many times, but it's not supported. No advertisements for Hindi newspaper. I said, Uncle, let's do it together. Are you willing? He said yes. So we started this newspaper, but unfortunately we couldn't succeed more than a few months. And then, but something in me, he I don't blame him. He saw that we are not getting advertisements and it's bleeding. The money goes every week. So हिंदी में बोलते हैं कि आप शेर की सवारी करते हो तो उसके लिए शिकार भी आपको ढूंढना पड़ता है. अगर शिकार नहीं मिलता तो अपना खून देना पड़ता है शेर को. So वही था कि if you don't get advertisements then you pay from your pocket, और कितनी देर तक आप अपनी जेब से देते रहोगे. कुछ मेरे को सही नहीं लग रहा था, तो I spoke to Bhavna. I said, you know what, I want to do it. She said, I support you. However, I spoke to my son. who's not in this world now. And he said, Papa, you do it, whatever you want to do, and don't worry about the money. So that's where we started, because Sherry, I call him Sherry, Avneet or Nick, he said, don't worry about money. Bhavna said, don't worry, we'll take care, we'll work hard. And we relaunched Hum Hindustani after a few months of the first time. Couldn't get any advertisements. We spoke to Google. Google, now it's approved, but those days Google AdSense said that Hindi is not approved. Bangla was approved, and so many other languages were approved, but Hindi wasn't our national language. So we tried to convince them. I know maybe matter or not, but we wrote them wherever the emails went, the letters went, that Hindi should be included. So we still don't make money out of Google, not much. We do make, but not much, because there is very less readership. Our readership is throughout the world. Some month when we get the report, we are getting a lot of hits from Japan. Sometimes we are getting a lot of hits from Mauritius. Yes, America is a good part because we include all the cultural and community activities. We are open for them, that throughout America, people now send us. We don't have to make any effort. We don't have to work hard. We just get the email. I send it to my team, and we just look at the. It's good for publishing, good for our newspaper. That it's nothing condemning anyone if it's real. So it's there, and we have a lot of readership from America. But apart from America, we in India also, um, when we get the Indian, say, member parliaments, or I had a MLA came from Himachal Pradesh, and he knew about Hum Hindustani. So when he said, he came to my office with one of my friend, and he looked at the paper. Actually, you can see it's right behind me, and he said, "Oh, you know what? I know about this paper." "Oh, it's yours?" I said, "It's the community paper. I don't never call it it's mine. It's the community newspaper. Whosoever wants to put some news, the flyers, the information, or anything, we are open for that. We don't ask money. We don't look for money. God has given us finally okay, because my sons, they are in online business. My son Mikey and Gary. So whenever I'm short of money for my newspaper, they give me. So I'm happy, I'm content, and I always grateful to God.
And it is so beautiful that you are happy in making a newspaper that is grounded and cultural and religion based. Because okay, I'll ask you the question myself, that in this digital era, do you think the importance of culture based newspaper is really necessary? Because nowadays the digital era and all these online things have made the youth a little diverted towards the western or the foreign countrysides, but Indian and Hindi language is something that keeps us grounded. What do you think about this?
See, we should not forget our foundation. If the foundation is strong, the building, you can raise it to so many stories. Our foundation, we came from Hindustan, we came from India, it is Hindi. So if we have to, you know what, we have to keep it, we have to nurture it, we have to instill it in our new generation. That way, we are always winner. Let me tell you something. You were personality of the week of Hum Hindustani a few months ago. I got so many emails of the writers. We around 100, people write for our paper. So first 32 pages are for community, like the news and community, and other paper, like our say 50 pages or whatever, They 40 pages. They are for our writers, the dedicated writers who write down about culture, about news, the current history, the festivals, or whatever. Uh, so we publish them. They are with us. So we got from them that emails that they know this girl and she deserves it very well, because they call you as a chota version of Bharti, and you dance so well. So people love you, and people love our personality of the week. Though, if I have experience that suppose I make a person who is really a achiever and we make him personality of the week. After that, we don't see that person because he knows that's the maximum achievement he wanted from us. He got it. But still, when we have hardly missed any personality of the week, but if we miss it once, we get so many emails that why did we miss the personality of the week, because people want to know about other people. As your initiative, your podcast, it's about people. You talk to people, and you do good because you bring out what people want to see, what people want to listen. So that's what people love, our personality of the week. And I thank you very much that you were our personality of the week. We were honored.
Thank you. My actually that the part there where I was the personality of the week was my privilege and pleasure to be on your newspaper. Please don't thank me. I am the one who has to thank you for making me be on the newspaper.
Thank you.
And yeah, were you saying anything?
No, no, I said thank you very much.
And also, in this digital, okay, we talked about that. So in your journey, as you said earlier also, that the pure heart that you have, and even when you yourself selflessly do anything, even if nobody else sees it physically, but the god, the energy always sees your effort, and nothing goes worthless, right? कुछ भी आप करते हो तो वो कभी ऐसे खाली नहीं जाता है, उसका फल आपको मिलता ही मिलता है. So any cases of manifestation that have, like, happened in your life कि आपने कभी either you have thought of something or visualized something कि I want this, and then you achieved it, any of that?
We left the digital part quickly उस पे करते हुए, because I forgot I
Sure.
was talking about your personality. Digital is so good, which we felt after pandemic, though we were digital before also. After pandemic, we felt that because we emphasized on digital, we do printing very less. Once a month, we try to do it to just let people know that we exist in the market. Some people, they are not more into digital, but being digital, our existence is throughout the world. As I told you, sometimes we get hits from Japan, sometimes from Mauritius, sometimes from different countries, and it's very surprising that there are a lot of Indians spread out over there. And now coming to your next question about manifestation. Every day I feel that, every day, that God is there. And even last night we were some friends and we were talking after our meeting, the business meeting, that don't say a word. We were just joking, the friends, and I said, because God is here. You say good, He's going to listen to you. So say good. If you say anything uh, like not positive, He's here in this room, because I feel Him. Anything I want, I request Him. I close my eyes. I do shukrana to Guruji, and the uh, like I get that. If not today, tomorrow definitely.
Yes,
So
and the consistency, right? Sorry.
yes, no, and uh, the consistency is there, that every moment, if I'm not getting today, tomorrow it's sure that whatever I ask, I get it.
Yes, you stole the words out of my mouth. I was going to say that consistency is the thing that keeps you going, keeps you positive. And you said shukrana, which is gratitude, which is also a really big part of manifestation also. And not just manifestation, but also in your daily life. If you are positive, if you feel gratitude, that is the way you show your love towards the ultimate power. And that's how you get more and more. And
Absolutely.
also, I like to talk about a little bit of like a practical side of it, like discipline and consistency. All these things also matter to achieve success, right? So, for
Absolutely.
the people who are listening right now, I want to ask you that how important is it to be consistent and to be disciplined in life for long term success? Because temporary success is like normal now, but long term success.
Yes, you have to be disciplined, you have to be dedicated, you have to be loyal to your own, and then the success is always there. I'm a little lazy. I get up late in the morning, which is not good, but that's my habit. I have to change that, which I couldn't change in my 63 years. If I do that, I know I could be a better person, a better businessman, a better leader. Like I, I think I could do better. So, as I said, dedication, loyalty, and honesty, truthfulness, these all are the like condiments of the dish.
Yes. And not to make this about me right now, but there's one thing that I want to tell people also. Recently, before, I don't know, a month or so, I have started becoming more and more disciplined and more passionate towards what I'm doing right now. I won't say it right now, but there's a surprise for all of you, which I'm working on a mission right now. And so for that particular mission, I'm so passionate. And if you have the passion to do something, everything around you is going to help you and support you do that particular thing. I guess there's also a dialogue that Shah Rukh Khan says, SRK says, that
Siddharth,
अगर आप कुछ शिद्दत से चाहते हो तो पूरी कायनात उसको आपको देने में लग जाती है, right? So
absolutely.
that is true. That has also happened in your life, right? I suppose that happens to everyone. Whenever you want something, the universe will do anything, even if it's not in your fate. It will come to you no matter what.
सही बात है.
And
बिल्कुल सही
so,
बात है. And if, as you are saying that you are into something which will surprise us, trust me, I won't be surprised because I know you can do wonders.
you are gonna make me cry right now. The way you're
No,
complimenting me is,
no,
thank you so much.
which is true, which is true.
Thank you. And also there's another thing that makes people like us, people like you, more pure, is spirituality, right? And throughout this podcast right now also, we were talking about the ultimate power, the god, guruji, and all of these ultimate powers. So how do you think spirituality is important, especially for the youth right now, to be empowered and be pure and positive in life? Because we need a hook to be positive, right?
Absolutely. See, spirituality is what we were taught from our parents, our ancestors, that you have to be spiritual, do your daily routine part, and then you start your day. Some people do, some people don't. But in this new era, we have Sadhguruji. You listen to them, and we have so many other saints that they say if you do meditation, you get into meditation, and you can do wonders. You can do meditation, manifest anything, and you will achieve it. I don't know how it works. These, they are all chakras. They get aligned, and uh, the same thing as you said, the Shah Rukh Khan's thing that शिद्दत से करो तो कायनात भी आपका साथ देती है. So it works spiritually, and when you try to do it, they say if you cannot do the meditation or do it, just try to do it for a couple minutes. It will help. And I tried, and I am not going back too much, maybe couple years or 3 years or 4 years maybe before I started it. And in the beginning, what used to happen in this chair, I wanted to do meditation for 5 minutes, and I would wake up after half an hour because I didn't know about meditation. Now, if I do for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, my whole day is so charged up that like I can do anything I want, but in the limits, of course. I can't go up the building and jump and would think I will fly, but in the limits.
Of course,
So
of course.
spirituality is very important, and I support it 100%.
Yes, definitely. It is really important for us to have some kind of spiritual connection to God or to the ultimate power, whoever you believe in. I also feel so because even many years back in ancient scriptures, I suppose that all the people who are listening to this have watched my previous episodes. I want to tell you that in previous ones, I've talked to Mr. Shaumak Chaudhary and one of my directors also. All of them has said that ancient scriptures are something that have already mentioned manifestation. Manifestation is the word that has come just in the current days, but even before, right, in the scriptures, in Ramayana, Mahabharat, all these things, they've already mentioned how manifestation comes to life. Jahan chit wahan reality, something like
Yeah,
that.
right, exactly. You achieve it.
Yes. And
Yeah.
let's just jump back right into the questionnaire section,
Mhm.
because yeah, so I want to ask you that, how what practical advice do you want to give to young entrepreneurs who want to build credibility for themselves? Because being positive and being pure from the heart, the intention has to be good. What do you want to tell them?
I would say listen to your parents, listen to your elders at home, and think out of the box. As I said, if the foundation is strong, the building can go up as many floors as you want. So your parents are your foundation, and no parent would teach their uh, kids wrongdoing. So listen to them, follow them, but think out of the box. And there's no looking back. We can
Yes,
change the world.
definitely.
You can change the world.
I am trying to do so with all the platforms that I am using to tell people to do stuff. And so, last question before we move towards the rapid fire section. Uh, what do you think is really important? We talked about a lot of things: gratitude, positivity, intention, discipline, consistency. But what do you think is the main key to be successful in life, and what is the definition of success for you in life?
Work hard, be dedicated what you do, be loyal to others, be honest, be truthful, and believe in people, trust in God. Learn from your
Definitely.
lessons.
Wow, I love it. I hope people have taken a lot from this podcast, because it is really important for them to learn and grow and improve more and more. And so now we move towards the rapid fire section, and we just ask 5 questions. I call it the fast 5 round.
Mhm,
You'll answer in either one word, one sentence, like a short idea.
mhm.
And let's get started. You ready?
Yes.
So, one daily habit that keeps you spiritually grounded despite all the inner outer negativities.
Guruji.
Wow. Would you like to explain a little bit?
Okay. I do shukrana. I wake up in the morning, I do shukrana to him. Anything good or bad happens to me, I just do shukrana because I know on the other side, maybe if something happened which I don't like, but maybe it's better for me. He is working or he is planning something else better for me. So I always do shukrana. I believe in him, and I like I trust him, and I'm all his. Whatever he wants me to do, he will uh, get me to do. So it's
Wow.
just what Guruji. That's it.
Okay. One quality today's young leaders must develop immediately to achieve success.
Hard work. Smart they are, but they need to do hard work.
Yes. Power or responsibility? Which one is more hard to do?
You need both. You need power to take care of your responsibility, and you have to be responsible if to be in power.
Wow. Okay. If manifestation had to be said in one sentence or something, what would it be?
Don't let me do anything wrong to anyone.
Yes. Be the pure person, right? What does success mean for you in one sentence?
Life.
Just being alive and living this life is success in itself.
Exactly. Because I've seen so much that I would say life. If you are taking care of other people's lives, it's a success. And if
Uh,
God has given enough life to the and the good life, I mean enough and good, I think that's a success. The
one
people
last,
who
I know
lose
five
their
is,
loved ones before time, it's very painful. So
yes.
life is important. So you have to live it beautifully, and God has to grant you
One value that you are never gonna let go from yourself, one value that you follow.
my affection, my love for others.
Yes, I agree with that. I totally agree with that. I cannot agree enough with what you just said.
Tried.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so very
You being here today and expressing your love and the way you expressed your journey, it's really good. Thank you so much. And before we let you go, some two last questions that we have. One would be one last message that you want to give to people who want to achieve success in life, who want to be happy and satisfied in life. What would it be?
बातें करना आसान होता है करना मुश्किल होता है I'm I may be successful but I still have to work very hard to save myself a successful man but still I would um, say that work hard the same funda be honest be truthful and there is no looking back.
Wow, wow,
I
amazing.
have to I have to follow the same rule to be successful.
Yes. Success, the recipe for success is always the same for everyone. The only thing is the universe works differently for everyone, right?
For everyone. Yes, given the
Yes.
circumstances.
Yeah, of course, the circumstances. And the karma that you've done previously also matters the most, right?
I believe so. It may be wrong, it may be right, but I believe so.
It is right. I feel, I mean, I can't say it's definitely right. Are you talking about the karma part?
Karma part, that's right. Yeah.
So, okay, let's not go deep into it, but so I just want to say that I've heard this and I've read this a lot because I feel like scientifically it has to be somewhere proven
Mhm.
about, the concept of karma. So, I've read somewhere that karma, the consequences of your actions, means karma. So, you do certain actions in a certain frequency, and those actions have a certain frequency. So, the consequences would be the same frequency. If the consequences come find you in the same frequency, they will occur to you. But after the karma, if you raise your frequency, the consequences would look for your frequency, but they won't find you because you are then on a higher frequency, right? So this is my theory, but I this might be wrong, this might be
No,
right,
no,
I don't
no,
know.
you are right. You are absolutely right. I think the same way. I think the same way.
Yeah. And last but not the least,
क्योंकि मैं बोलने वाला था कि हमारे बोलते हैं करे कराए आपो आप, कि जो भी हम करते हैं वो हमसे कराता है, अच्छा करते हैं बुरा करते हैं, अगर हम अगले जन्म के लिए अपने कर्म इकट्ठे कर रहे हैं अच्छे, वो भी वही करा रहा है, और अगर खराब कर रहे हैं कुछ तो वो भी वही करा रहा है, उसके बगैर जैसे पत्ता भी नहीं हिलता, हम तो क्या मतलब कुछ भी, कोई भी कुछ भी नहीं कर सकता उसकी मर्जी के बगैर. और that is proven because that I have seen in my daily life, day to day life, every minute of my life. He is there.
yes. और मुझे एक और क्वेश्चन is roaming around in my mind. I want to ask you. This is not the last question now, because there's another popping question that I'm asking you, if
Go
that's
ahead.
fine. So, uh, there are ups and downs in many people's life, and I'm sure there might have been many ups and downs in your life too. What is the mindset, or what is the thought process of yours during that struggle or the downtime? Because of course you need to be strong to live your life, right?
Absolutely. In my downtime, in time, maybe I'm aged. I was different 30 years ago, 20 years ago. Now I think that whatever happens, it's His will, it's God's will. And if it's not acceptable to me, or it's not according to my circumstances or my will, my wish, it will eventually happen. So I believe in Him. I do shukrana that whatever you have gave me, it's fine for me. But again, my manifestation comes that I want more, because I'm a human being. Definitely, I have my dreams. I have my goals. So, and I have faith in Him that whatever I want, He will give me. Yes, I have to be realistic.
Yes, definitely. And this the whole podcast that has come to a conclusion now. This is gold. This is pure gold for people to understand how success and how pure intention contributes to being successful. And now, finally, the last question I'd like to ask you: how do you think the knowledge that this podcast and the Wishcraft conversations gives? What is your perspective on this conversation, and how will this help people?
I don't know if it's going to help people or not, but I feel honored to be on your podcast, to sit in front of you, to give answer to your questions. And if people can learn from my life, my journey, it will be good. At least they will not make mistakes, or they will be inspired by my journey. So, as I told you, that I've been the president of India Day Parade also, and IALI, and all other organizations. So it's not easy. It's a responsibility. But if you work honestly and you have a dedicated team, you cannot fail. I didn't fail. I won't say I never failed, but I seldom failed. Why? Because I consider my team as my strength. The same way I consider my family as my strength. See, I work or I don't work, but I know my sons are there, my wife is there, my family is there, they support me. The same way I put my efforts, it doesn't matter. But if I put my thoughts, my team is there to execute them. So I rely on my team, I trust on my team. And as we were talking about ILI elections, the second term, with the grace of God, we had the same team, the same 15 members in our team elected. I was uncontested, but the whole team was elected. Why? Because God was with us. He made us do the right thing last term, and people saw that. And again, our whole team won the election, and came. This was the example. That's what I've been doing throughout my life. My employees, I don't consider them my employees. I consider them as my family, as my teammates. I don't like when they say me boss. They call me by name or they call me bhai sahab or bhaiya. I'm happy with that. Even in the ILI, I don't want to be recognized as the head. I want to be recognized as a member of the team, but it's going to be my thought. You have to execute it, and 3,000 people have to like it. That's my funda.
Wow. I was just, thinking that, oh my God, this podcast couldn't be more productive and more informative. But just now, just after I thought that, you proved me wrong and you gave me another
Now, I can never
big.
prove you wrong. I can never prove you wrong because I really like you, the way you do your podcast, the way you carry yourself. I have seen your stage clips, the stage shows, and I've seen your dances. I've seen your this Q&A sessions. I really like them, and I'm a fan of
Thank,
yours.
I am a fan of yours. Thank you so, so much. You, as a person, as an individual, you are a very, very. There's no adjective made in this world for you to be described, I could say, because you are a really wonderful person. Thank you so much for being on my podcast. And from today's podcast journey, guys, we have learned a lot. But some key takeaways I'd like to mention and highlight is that he is a human being of pure intention and pure heart who has led many other people to be successful throughout his own journey. He himself has become successful through pure intention, through gratitude, through positivity, and many other things like discipline, consistency, and hard work. All of these things are a combination together to make success. And of course, if you have all these combination together, manifestation automatically takes place. And unknowingly, knowingly, manifestation is always consistently a part of your life. The only thing you have to do is have the pure intention and have that mindful thinking to spread and to give to humanity, which is another great part of manifestation. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being here on my podcast.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you so much.